Hey guys, welcome back to True House Boss. In today's video, we're going to take a look at a remote opportunity through Airbnb. We are almost done with the week, guys, so let's check out an opportunity that is going to be great for those of you who are interested in maybe customer support, maybe have a background in hospitality, and you're just looking for, to maybe transition those skill sets that you have and start working remotely. Now, when you do go to the career section on Airbnb, it doesn't allow for you to key in remote, but it will allow for you to key in maybe certain fields or certain locations. So they do hire globally, but in today's video, we're definitely going to be looking at a opportunity out of the United States. But if you do see your country there and you're interested in working for Airbnb, make sure to check it out because they have several other options, and a lot of them are very high paying. There's some six-figure salary positions there, but we're going to look at a hotel specialist today because this role I think is going to be great for those of you who do not have maybe a degree, but you do have some skill sets, or again, just interested in transitioning to start working from home. So this just gives you a little bit of insight on what Airbnb is. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Airbnb, it's basically a hosting platform. So let's say you had a spare bedroom in your home or apartment, or you wanted to rent out maybe you have a lower level, or you want to rent out your entire home, you're able to do this through Airbnb and get paid for it. Now, Airbnb, of course, will take certain fees from you, and there are certain limitations. So, for instance, in certain areas, maybe they don't, if it's not like a commercial area, maybe if it's just a residential area, they may not allow for a certain amount of Airbnbs, but that's something you're interested in, you should definitely check it out. So over here, guys, as you can see, it's just stating that no global movement springs from individuals. It takes an entire team united behind something big. On the Hotel Tonight team at Airbnb, we're proud to be a part of the future of travel. We recognize that we are the leaders of a new worldwide phenomenon, and that's why we're working so hard to build the world's most loyal travel community. So that's just giving you a little bit of background on kind of the position or team that you're going to be on. Again, guys, this opportunity is going to be great for those of you who have the skill set but do not necessarily have a degree. And even if you have a degree but you still want to apply for this role, this is going to be a great opportunity for you. So it's just stating that the Hotel Tonight specialists support our customers by ensuring our follow-up procedures are being adhered to. Escalated cases are handled with empathy and professionalism. High-level decisions are made with both the business and user experience being taken into consideration. Our partner teams are supported and coached in the moment. The CX specialist will utilize a variety of available tools to navigate, research, and review each situation and communicate effective solutions. So again, those of you who have that customer support background, this is going to be great for you. So if you've worked somewhere like maybe a call center or even just deal with any kind of customer support background, you'll be able to handle this job because that's basically what you'll be doing for this particular role. So this is giving you some insight on your typical day with this hotel specialist opportunity. So you'll have to do things like provide guidance on difficult cases, high-risk situations, and coach to appropriate resolutions for Hotel Tonight customers and hotel partners. Sorry about that, guys. And then also, you're going to have to do things like handle escalated calls and emails with the highest degree of courtesy and professionalism while balancing the financial impact to the business, meet performance expectations regularly, and on-time management efficiently to deal with different types of work assignments. So that's going to be things like tickets, queues, reports, correspondence, and so forth. You're going to have to do things like mastering and maintaining knowledge of company policies and procedures inside and out. You need to foster an empowering environment by coaching more junior agents and supporting decisions. So it looks like you'll have to do some training there, right? Also support both users and hotels, to resolve inventory, billing, and booking issues in a non-scripted environment. And then making sure that you're making judgment on calls in high pressure situations while leaving customers delighted, respond to escalated issues both directly from the customer as well as from the departments. So a little bit of liaison there. You're kind of the middleman. Sounds as though you're going to be handling some of those cases. Let's say, for instance, I think a good example would be, let's say there's a hotel or Airbnb in this case that is booked to capacity. And somehow there was a double booking, whether it was a human error or a system error. you're going to have to figure out a way to have best solution, best outcome. Let's say both the clients show up at the same day, but one of them maybe check in a little bit earlier, so they're already suited. But by the time the second customer arrives, who also booked the same reservation, that is when you realize the error occurred. And so maybe you're that person in between who's going to be handling, getting the best outcome. Obviously, you can't have both of those customers in the same place, but maybe you'll do things like offering a refund. There's going to be policies and procedures in place for things like that. So let's go ahead and look at the expertise or experience that you'll need to have for this role. 2 years of experience providing customer support. Very general, right? It doesn't say customer support in such and such. It just says 2 years plus or 2+ years of experience providing customer support. That could be a range of jobs, guys. Strong and verbal communication skills. So you're probably going to be doing things like chatting, reporting, emailing, having to talk to people. So you need to be able to have good communication skills. A passion for providing customers an exceptional experience while driving for results. Okay, so someone who's you like maybe resolving problems, someone who has solid judgment and a strong moral compass. Also, you have excellent interpersonal and communication skills. Okay, and just calm and empathetic. Empathetic. So not a whole lot of requirements there. And then this is just giving you some insight on this role that it is remote. It's a remote opportunity. And this role does include occasional work at an Airbnb office or attendance at offsites as agreed to with your manager. So guys, remember, those things are really key indicators. And this just may be for certain locations, but you're going to want to pay attention to that and ask those kind of questions when you're interviewing. This is just giving you that inclusion. You'll see this oftentimes on job listings. They're just saying, hey, we don't care where you're from, who you are. We will work with you, right? As long as you meet those skills and requirements that are required for the job. And then look at the pay range. You're looking at about $25 to $26.45 an hour. Now, always pay attention to this kind of information because this is just a range of what is offered based off of the job listing, right? You could get more for this. As I always tell you guys, shoot for the stars, especially if you have the experience. And then it's also just telling you that this role may be eligible for bonus, equity, benefits, and employee travel credits. So that's definitely something to look forward to for those of you who want a job that has really great benefits. And then it's also stating that the hourly rate is subject to change and may be modified in the future. Okay, so what we're going to do now, guys, is actually just take a look at a resume sample so you can get some insight on what you should be putting on your resume. All right, guys, let's go ahead and look at some keyword method here in order to maximize an opportunity to work for Airbnb. Now, as a disclaimer, you want to make sure that you're always truthful on your resumes, and you do not want to copy word for word anything that you're seeing here, but you do want to make sure that you're utilizing this opportunity to learn the keyword method. Okay, so firstly, on your resume, most importantly, you want to make sure that your first and last name is there on the very top and your contact details. A potential employer should never have to search through the resume to find out who you are. All that information should be right there in order for them to contact you. Secondly, your professional summary is probably the most important piece of identification on your resume outside of your name and contact details, because your resume history is telling me what you've done, where you've been. Now, your professional summary is telling me exactly who you are. So when you're writing your professional summary, you don't want to put things too much in past tense, because it's almost like, I was a teacher 5 years ago and now I'm trying to, be such and such. So you want to make sure that it's not too much in the past tense, because it's going to sound like that's what I used to do and that's not who I am. Okay. So as you guys can see, I've put down on the resume, driven hospitality specialist, and I've highlighted certain things that I found from the Airbnb site. But keep in mind, I put hospitality specialist instead of hotel specialist. That's just a key indicator for those of you who may be looking for a role in hospitality as well. But if this is strictly for the Airbnb opportunity that was in the video, you are going to want to put hotel specialist and not hospitality specialist. Okay, so driven hospitality specialist with 5 years experience in customer support, hotel logistics, escalations, and management of hotel operations exceptional performance history of handling escalated and time-sensitive cases efficiently to ensure business adherence and positive experience for clients, seeking to collaborate with cross-functional teams to help meet or exceed Airbnb's quality and productivity goals. If you guys can see, I have highlighted certain keywords that I pulled directly from Airbnb. We're going to go over this right now so you guys can see exactly what I mean by that. So what does it say for the skill set? 2 years of experience providing customer support. That's the very first thing that you see. And if we head over, once we head over back to the resume sample, you're going to see that's one of the first indications that is put there. As you can see, driven hospitality specialist with over 5 years experience in customer support. So you want to make sure that you're putting that information there. Now, keep in mind, if you don't have this amount of experience and you have no experience in customer support, you definitely do not want to line your resume, because that could, wean you out for potential employers if they were to find that information out. So you want to make sure you're always being truthful and honest. And then next, we're going to kind of look for some more keyword indications here so you guys can get a really good understanding of how this works. As you can see, it's just stating meet performance expectations regularly and on time management. So handle escalated calls. Now, I use escalated, I think, twice in the beginning of the professional summary. So let's just review that information so we can see exactly. And I think escalated is even at the very top, as you can see when it tells you about the team that you're going to be on for the Hotel Tonight specialist team, that you have to handle escalated cases. So escalated is there often. So I try to find words that are very repetitive throughout a job description, and then I will definitely add that to my my skill set. So let's look back at some more keywords here, guys. And as you guys know, the keyword method is really resourceful because you have a million resumes sometimes that these managers go through, and you want to make sure that you get selected, especially if it's a job you really want. So we're going to look at the knowledge and skills section now. As you guys can see, there's several different options here that are listed, things like Microsoft Access, Salesforce, client relations, financial reporting, QuickBooks, data analytics, project management, hotel operations management. Now, when we go back and look at the actual job description itself, you're going to see that there's actually no skills that were really listed, but that is not actually true, because you have to go through that resume to find that key information. Okay. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of billing and booking issues in a non-scripted environment. You guys see that information there? That's a key indication that you want to put that as a skill set, even though it doesn't say we're looking for someone with billing, with billing skills. Still put that information there. So if you do have a billing background, put that information on your resume to help you stand out. You can always find little keywords in here that'll help you definitely stand out for the resume. As you guys can see, more information about, being able to, I guess, handle escalations, if you will. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to slide this right back over. And so let's try to continue to look through these keywords here. As you guys can see, I'm going a little fast here, and I do apologize about that. But we want to make sure that for that skill set, if a job doesn't say looking for someone with Microsoft Excel, make sure that you go through the job description and see if it says anything about, doing data analytics, because that's going to be a key indication that you need to put that on your skill set, especially if you have that skill. Now, I know I'm being repetitive here. If you do not have the skill, you don't want to put that information there. But this kind of source is going to be really resourceful in order to maximize getting an opportunity, because now that we've kind of had this pandemic and things have changed, a lot of companies are getting so many, employees that want to work from home. And so we want to try to maximize as much opportunity as we can so that we can get, a really good salary, and that we can get a job that is beneficial to us, because I think a lot of times we're just unaware, right? That was kind of my journey when I first started out. I just had no idea what I was doing. And then as I had experience in HR and different things like that, I started to realize, especially going through several different resumes, that there were so many opportunities where people could have had a role at some of the companies that I was at. back then, but certain things was just not indicated on the resume, because you got to realize HR is looking at probably thousands of resumes, especially now when it comes to like a really great remote opportunity. So you want to make sure that you stand out as much as possible. Again, guys, just as another disclaimer, all the information that you saw today, you do not want to copy anything word for word. I am actually going to be providing like a little resume DIY kit pretty soon. I've actually had a few requests from it, from some of those 101s that I did. I know that I had a few emails or messages on TikTok regarding 101s. Right now, I'm not offering them anymore. I offer them here and there. They're usually free. I don't charge for them. But I have so many other things going on with, doing YouTube automation, doing some of my other aspects of my own personal businesses. So I just have not had a chance to really, offer those free one-on-one services. If I do offer them again, I will be sure, to advertise that information. But as far as right now, I'm not offering that, but I will be offering like a really small DIY resume kit soon that you guys will be able to purchase. But nonetheless, I hope this is really resourceful and helpful to some of you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave that information in the comments section in the bottom of this video. And until next time, guys, I look forward to bringing you more work from home opportunities.